Let's get ready to rumble!
Senior Nation jam-packed show today. Peloton up 5%.
What's up, disciplined investor?
We got Benzinga CEO Jason Raznick here with us.
The man, the myth, the legend, Tom Nash.
Peter Schiff on the Power Hour with us live today.
Interesting, different, unique, innovative companies.
Mia, you are live with us on the Power Hour. What's up?
Thank you so much for inviting me on.
Jessica Billingsley, that is the CEO of Akerna.
The best trade idea resource out there. Boom. What's up, everybody? Happy Monday. It's still Monday. It's late Monday, but it's still Monday. What's going on? We are still at it. We're about to be doing a mixed show. We're doing half stocks, half cryptos. Of course, this is the Ruell Report, joined by Mr. Ruell Black. How are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. Last week, it was a rough week. Didn't have any AB or Luke in my life. Pretty sad, but I made it through.
All right, there we go. We're glad you made it through. And why don't you give us a preview as to what we're talking about today?
Okay, really, we're going to talk about crypto and how to build like passive income.
Okay.
And then we're also going to be talking about semiconductor and LiDAR stocks. I feel like they've been overlooked. And if we look at their earnings, they're really that deal. They're the bee's knees.
Okay. All right. I dig it. And producer AB, well, you had a special day today.
I did. So I got to go to the Rocket Mortgage Classic Media Day. So they had defending champion Bryson DeChambeau there, who's kind of been in the center of the golf world right now with his little rivalry with Brooks Koepka. So that was fun. Raz and I got to ask him some questions about that. So yeah, it was not what I was expecting at all on this Monday. I was expecting just another wonderful day in the office, but got to take a little field trip instead.
So you guys actually asked him Brooks Koepka questions.
Yeah, well, by the time we got to ask him questions, he had already been asked a lot of Brooks Koepka questions, and it was a little, you could tell he was kind of sick of it. So Raz actually, it was funny because we were like in a media scrum where all these different people were hopping in asking questions, and Raz asked him like a great question about his, like how he like started working out to hit the ball further or something along those lines. And Bryson even said like, "Oh, thank you for asking that question." He was just like relieved to have like a different question. So I got a cool video of DeChambeau talking about the question that Raz asked him, and then
nice, because I was
after the whole media scrum, I kind of introduced myself to him, got to shake his hand, so I got to fanboy for a little bit.
That's cool.
Nice. All right. Well, this is the Benzinga channel. We do have to talk about stocks and cryptos and trading and all that sort of thing. So Ruell, I don't know if you have a screen share you want to pull up or what you want to hop to.
Not currently. Just gonna give a little PSA first. So the real big way to build passive income in crypto is staking. Now, is staking. So that's first and foremost the way to do it. But I know when I first started with this, my deal was, okay, do I want to just stake, or do I want to be diverse, or do I just want to try to, put my money in a whole bunch of different coins? And for me, the answer is a mix of all of those. But if you have like a cache of money, like 100K or whatever, or maybe not even that much, maybe 30K, staking and passive income, as far as crypto goes, is just really for you. One of those reasons why is because staking pays out like pretty much every day. And a lot of times you can find staking options where you do not have to lock up your tokens. So we're just going to explore some of those options, as well as mining. Now mining's been kind of hot in the news today because of Elon and all this conference stuff. First of all, let me address that. Mining is like kind of, in a sense, phasing out is mining like Bitcoin and Ethereum the way that they do. It's not energy efficient. We all know this. But however, what's replaced it is staking. What I just said, proof of stake. So how they kind of balance that out is they give you, when you stake coins, you get coins in return. And to kind of balance it out, because if it just keeps going, there will be like an infinite number of coins, right? They implement a burning system in which they can kind of keep the price in line. All right. So another method of mining that's been popular nowadays is mining off the hard drive and mining with like kind of RF frequencies. A lot less energy that way. So we're going to explore some of those right now. Let me start sharing. So honestly,
and while you're pulling it up, can we talk about AMC for a minute?
Sure.
Were you in on the action today or no?
No, I kind of.
What about last week?
I got in at $14 and I got out at like $41.
Okay, that's a good move. You obviously didn't top tick it. Nobody top ticks it, so that's fine. You got that's a good move.
I've learned my lesson with Hyliion and all of that to just kind of be like, okay, 2x is enough. You know what I mean? Like, okay, let's not get greedy.
Yep, no, I hear you. I mean, decent move today in the stock, obviously. Were you watching the Power Hour today, Ruell?
No, I did not get a chance to.
What the hell? We had 15,000 concurrents.
What?
The most we've ever had.
Wow.
The video right now, we just streamed it a few hours ago, has 50,000 views.
That's awesome, man.
Because yes. Do you know why?
Why?
Do you know who Matt Kors is?
Yes.
Like the AMC guy? Like, yeah. Yes. He came on. He was awesome. He was great.
Oh, okay.
He brought the whole crew with him. So it was a blast to see, and to see firsthand the energy that's into that stock. It reminds me of like when GameStop happened. I remember I had never seen so much energy into a single stock like that, and this is and AMC reminds me exactly of that. So it was pretty interesting. And somebody's asking for the link to that video, so I'm gonna drop that in the chat as well. What's up, Blind Trader? But cool. All right, Ruell, you said you have a screen for us to share, and guys, if you're just joining us, we're going to be talking cryptos and stocks. If you have any particular assets you want us to take a look at, whether it's a crypto, whether it's a stock, go ahead, drop it in the chat. We will check it out. We're going to start off on the crypto side of things, then move over to the stock side of things. And Ruell, if you wouldn't mind, could you answer a quick question?
Sure.
This one coming out of the chat. Please explain what staking means.
Okay, so staking, you can kind of think about it as like dividends on steroids. Basically, you provide your coin, whatever that coin is. I'm going to use Cardano because I know you can stake it. So you provide your Cardano. You say, okay, I'm going to stake it, which means I'm going to hold it there. So basically, you're providing a diamond hand, pretty much. And for that, they give you a certain interest rate, and they give you more Cardano. And that's been proven to be way more effective as far as like energy goes and price regulation than proof of work, which is mining.
And tell me if this is an accurate representation, Ruell, because I'm like a traditional finance guy. I'm a stock person through and through. I sort of think about it as sort of like a CD, like a certificate of deposit from the bank. You're saying you're going to lock up your money, and then in exchange for that, you're going to get paid some sort of interest percent. Is that a fair way to put it?
That is a fair way to put it, but it's a fair way to put it. But what the only thing that's missing is that it's automatically giving you diamond hands. So it's kind of mutually beneficial. Whereas a CD, whoever is giving you that CD, they're making more off it than you are. With the staking, yes, they're making more than you, but you're automatically locking up some of the coin, so you're making it a more valuable asset because less is in circulation. If that makes sense.
Yep, absolutely, it does. So, all right, that was the one question out of the chat. again, guys, if you have more questions, assets for us to take a look at it, drop them in there. And of course, hit the like, share the stream. And Ruel, why don't you go ahead and take us away?
Okay, so now that we've explained staking, one simple way to stake is there's a company called KuCoin. They do a crypto exchange.
And we can't see your screen yet if you have something to share.
Okay, yeah, I'm not sharing it yet, but
okay, all right, we'll get there.
KuCoin, they allow you to stake on there, and they allow you to soft stake, which means you just put your coin in a certain account and you just get interest on it, and it's paid out every day. Okay. Now that only works for certain coins that have the proof of stake mechanism, but a lot of them do. Cardano, Harmony One, there's a lot of them.
Right.
So
fair enough.
Some we're going to focus on today are ones that I think are particularly great growth options. So let's okay, so let's share.
All right.
Let me know if you can see the screen.
Yep, we got it.
Okay, so this is Poker Bridge. You guys know how I'm like real hype about ETH killers. So this is on a Polkadot network. And basically, it's a coin that's going to bridge different coins over to Polkadot. So it's going to bridge Ethereum. It's going to bridge, Cardano. It's going to bridge different coins. And the reason I bring this up is because of its 89.5% APY. Now, the great part about this is if you get into these things early, if you find out about them exactly when they happen, you can take advantage of a really great APY. So when I got into this, at I think it was 122 APY. So it was really nice, which reminds me.
All right, and you know that I'm the slowdown guy. So yeah. You're saying 122 APY. That means that you're getting 122% annual interest?
Yes.
So that's crazy.
Yes, and that's kind of how they kind of entice you to kind of be a part of it. But as new coins enter, they lower it. So that also brings me to my Patreon. I told my patrons about this like way earlier, and if you guys want to be a part of the Patreon, I think producer AB has links for that. If he can put it in there.
Yep, we'll find them.
Yes, sir. Okay, I do. I'll throw them in.
Thank you. So my patrons knew about this at the 122% APY, but not only are you getting the staking advantage, and this is something too that I like to point out. I like things when they're like synergistic, when you're getting like more, like 2 or 3 values for your money. So you're getting the APY. The coin's pretty low right now. And if you stake like 300 of these, you get to be a part of their IDO.
Okay.
So
and define IDO for us, please.
IDO is initial DEX offering. Okay. So initial decentralized exchange offering. You can think about it as an IPO in like stocks.
Okay.
So what's very, very notable about this is if you get 3,000 coins or more, you get to be a part of the IDO. Now, a lot of IDO places do not allow US people to join due to regulations and stuff like that. So this would not be one of those. US people could join this because, you got the tokens, you're in. That's no questions asked. You don't have to fill out an extra whitelist thing. You're just in. And this coin is very intriguing to me, Dragonbyte, because what they're doing is they're leveraging loyalty rewards and they're turning them into crypto. So if you have some unused loyalty rewards and they show companies like Starbucks and Burger King and stuff like that, you can turn them into something with this coin. So that seems very, very intriguing to me. And here you have the private IDO happening pretty much in like 3 days. So I'm definitely going to be a part of this. And if you get this coin, they also are going to create a staking pool for it. And like I said, staking is mutually beneficial because you're automatically creating these diamond hands, right? And like I said before too, when a staking pool first opens, that's when you're going to get the highest return. So there's so much synergy going on there. There's like 5 different things there.
But let me ask you this though. So I know that you're getting a higher return, but then you are of course also locking up your assets. And typically for something that's relatively unknown or unproven, at least if we compare it to the more mainstream cryptos like a Bitcoin. So how do you get that comfort level? How do you decide which ones you're okay using for this, etc.?
Yes. So very good question, Luke. And we've been over a little bit before.
Okay, well, then I guess don't do it again.
No. We're gonna.
If you're gonna be like that, if you're nope.
No, you're asking the questions that people should know. So what you do is you go to the Twitter, you go and you see how many followers they have. So they got about 60K. That's pretty good, especially for a new project. And then you can go like do things like, okay, Cardano. We know Cardano is huge, humongous. So what does the Cardano community have? They have like basically 700K. So you can see that it's a smaller type coin. Like if I go to Polka City, which is going to be like a Decentraland, like a virtual city type deal, it's just a little under 8,000. So that kind of gives you an idea of what's going on there. And then you can do things like check their LinkedIn and stuff like that. But one of the really nice things is they have all of these down here. So they have a Discord we can look at, Twitter, you can go on their Telegram, and generally I'll go search YouTube and see what other people are saying too. Like if there's actually big backers behind it, big YouTube guys behind it, then I'm a lot more comfortable. If I go to their Twitter and I see faces and I see, I actually see people, that makes me more comfortable. So those are the things we want to do. And also one of the things that I do is, let me see, I compare it to other things in its kind of in its field. So this one would be like an IDO starter.
Okay.
So this kind of lets me know, like, okay, where can it go? So we have different things like, okay, let's take one as an example. Polka starter. Polka starter is at $1.64. Its circulating supply is like 70 million. So where is Poker Bridge here? So circulating supply is about 30 million and it's at 11 cents. Its previous high was something like 60 cents or something like that. So 80 cents. So reasonably, we can expect this to go somewhere between like 80 cents and $1 if it like really gets all of its stuff together. But here we are on the ground floor of it. So like if we go look here, the coin's only about what? 3 months, 4 months old, February to June, 4 months old. So whereas if we go to Polka starter,
And we should make the point too that all of these are definitely risk-seeking activities.
Yes,
there's no doubt about that.
Definitely in crypto they are, but if you go and you do a little bit of DD, you can feel a lot better about it. Yeah. So where's the Polka starter one? So, but you really do have to do that DD because there are scam projects out there, and that's why I never really talk about the DeFi stuff that much because there's a lot of scam projects with DeFi, and if you get in there early, even if it's a scam, you can make money off of it. But I just rather put my money into stuff that's solving a problem and that I know I can kind of grow with instead of trying to chase DeFi projects around. So PolkaStarter's been out since October 20th. So that kind of gives us an idea of where we're at. So it's in its infancy, but that's kind of when you want to get into coins. So we got PolkaStarter, and here's another one on here that I've mentioned a lot, Radium. This is a Solana project coin. Solana is another ETH killer. They give you 34% APR. And then they have a little launchpad here. If you're staking a certain amount, you can be a part of the launchpad. Now, only thing I don't like about this launchpad that I like better about PokerBridge is PokerBridge at least tells us what's coming up. And Radium doesn't, but Radium, I really like it. I really like it, and we can just kind of see where it's been if we go over here and look at the watch list again. It was as high as I believe like $12, and now it's sitting at around like $5 and change. So like a lot of these cryptos are like half off from this most recent crash that we had. So it's a really good time to kind of just like build a position and stuff.
Yep, absolutely. And again, it's just saying build a position. These are risk seeking type of investments.
Yes.
Just want to clarify this.
Now, like I said, now if we go look at Radium, we're probably going to find a much bigger following. Okay, it's a little bit bigger. I'm actually surprised. I thought it would be bigger than this, but Radium's out there. It's known. Like if we go look at Solana, that's probably where we're gonna find the biggest following.
Yep, I would expect that as well.
Yeah, so it's there, but even look at this. That's half of what Cardano has, right? And definitely in the mainstream media, Cardano's kind of like fringe, whereas Solana no. And we basically got Bitcoin and Ethereum, leading that charge. So okay, so we got those two, and then now I'm going to go on to Akash. Akash, you can stake it on the Cosmos Station app for 55 APR. But one of the things that I really want to mention to you guys are these miners. So Akash is basically going to be like a decentralized cloud computing. And here they're selling these nodes, right? Now you got to join the wait list. Like I said, my Patreons, I told them about this like at least a month ago. So if that's something that you guys are interested in, sign up. But here, these super minis have it's really nice because it's just like you set it up and you just leave it there, and it's going to mine Akash for you. The biggest one that you guys might have heard of recently in the news is the Helium ones. Have you heard about this?
No.
Okay. So Helium is a really, really, really interesting network. So they have this like, they want to be like the Internet of Things, but they're putting the Internet of Things power into the hands of the people. And if you don't know what Internet of Things is, it's basically putting internet on things. So you can think about like a smart TV. The classic example I always mention is if we could Internet of Things like a pop machine, whenever it went out of Mountain Dew, it would just send a notification to like the driver or the vendor, and the guy would just go over there instantly and go put, pop in it instead of waiting for his weekly shift. So that's kind of like an example of that. And some of the things that they use it for are, okay, I must have passed it. But they had like different, like a dog sensor, like if your dog's lost. Let me see. Use. Maybe that'll do it. Affordable pricing. Okay, I don't know where it's at, but there are different uses where like dog collars and like sensors, like carbon dioxide sensors, to make sure like if someone's, if it's too much gas, they notify someone and they get over there and they take care of it. So it's insane the amount of ROI that these things have. If you guys check out, I have a video on this. It's absolutely insane. Like the way you kind of make money with this is that you go on your little helium explorer here, and it'll tell you how many are wherever, right?
Yep.
And if you have some near each other that they're witnessing each other, that's how you're going to make the most money. And they have it so like something, I was looking at one in like San Francisco, it had like 50 witnesses and it was generating like 150 helium a month. And helium's at like $15 a coin. Now, don't get discouraged if like there are not that many witnesses near you. That's just an opportunity for you to build your own network. So I went here and I looked at Beast Lansing because I'm a Michigan State grad. There's not too many here, but that's just
What about Ann Arbor, Michigan?
That's a good question. That's just more of an opportunity to build your own network. So if you get one or two witnesses and you're building your own network with these guys, you're going to be making a good deal of cash. Okay, Ann Arbor is probably like right there.
Yeah, way more.
Yeah, way more. So that's what we got there. And I encourage you guys to kind of check out the video that I posted on this because I can't get too in depth or otherwise we won't reach everything. But let's go back and I can show you that these things are kind of on back order. And like I said, my Patreon's got this first. These things are on back order. I have one coming, and as soon as I get it, I'll put out a video. But so mine crypto with radio. So it's way less energy than mining the normal way. So they have the miners here. You can buy them, and they're on back order. They're also supposed to be bringing out some light miners that are not as expensive as this miner. So you might want to wait if you want to buy these now and get it sooner, or wait for the light miner. I honestly, not financial advice, I would just buy one now. Let's see here. Okay, so that's helium. And then we have its competitor, MXC. Now these, they also mine via radio. And here's the miner here. The only thing with this is the miners are way more expensive. So the helium miners run from like $500 to like $900. These are like $3,100. Now, what you earn with these are about $12 to $14 a day. And if you like calculate that out, that means it repays itself in like 9 months or so. But while you're mining with this, it can multiple mine. It can mine the MXC coin, the IPS coin, Bitcoin, and Polkadot. And whereas the helium ones are on like a back order for like 8 to like 15 weeks, these you can get in like 3 to 4 weeks. And if we go look at the price of this, you're kind of getting in again on a ground floor of this. Not too many people have these yet. So as you can see, it's at 4 cents. It's taking a little while to load, but see, as you can see, it's beginning its trend. And if we look at helium, if it can even come close to what helium is doing here, where they're at like 1282, they were as high as like almost 20. If it can even come close to that, you know, it's so worth it.
Absolutely. And Ruel, so we're about at the halfway point. Should we switch over to the stock side of things?
We should. And
before we do that, though, will you just drop us one more time the tickers that we dropped through?
Okay, so we did helium. We did, which
Wait,
is
come on, you got to give us the letters.
Okay, sorry. So it's HNT, and then we did MXC, and these are all crypto tickers, of course. And then we did Akash, which is AKT. We did, let's see, Poker Bridge, which is PBR, and that's B as in boy, P as in Peter, PBR. And we did Radium, which is RAY, Ray.
All right, there we go.
Okay, now let's go over to the semiconductor stocks. People are vastly.
All right, guys, and again, we're switching it over to the stock market side of things, and we're going to specifically talk about some of the semi stocks.
Okay, so people are vastly overlooking these semiconductor stocks, and what it reminds me of is when like I was first looking at when Bitcoin was going to like begin its ramp up. I was looking at and purchased like Riot and Mara when they were like $5 to $7 a share, and I didn't keep as much as I should have. I got shaken out, but I'm not getting shaken out this time. So understand when I say it about these investments. These are investments that may not like they may not move until like August, which is their next earnings. But it's worth building something right now. Oh my gosh, this little gnat's bugging me. So let's look at ACE-V. While this is, let me just refresh this. So ACE-V is going to be the semiconductor company Arcronix. And if we take a look at their website, decent website, but they design these FPGAs.
Okay.
And
what is an FPGA?
An FPGA is kind of like a. See, I'm a software guy. This is a EE type deal. It's basically, you can think of it as like a control center for different type of softwares. So like it would go like for us, it goes in our X-ray machine. We make like X-ray machines, and I could imagine it would go in like a charging station. It would maybe to control a car, like all these different things, and that's why you're having the shortage in semiconductor things, because you need controllers for electric cars, for EV charging stations, like for these Internet of things, for these miners. All of these things would take semiconductors and FPGAs, and that's why we're having so much of a shortage worldwide, because everything's becoming more Internet of Thingsy, if you will.
Yep.
So this company, let's see if it's loaded yet. Okay, great. If we take a look at their earnings, so their next earnings are coming up, I believe, on the 8th. I don't think we know yet because it hasn't merged.
Pre-deal. Yep.
But they already gave us some earnings on early May. And the earnings they gave us was they're up to 21 EPS after last year having negative 86. And their sales are up to 30 million after last year having 5.5 million. So they're blowing stuff out of the water here. And honestly, I only expect that to increase because we got to build out this whole like EV infrastructure, right? Yep. So honestly, that's only going to increase. Like in comparison, EV Indie Semiconductor, which is also a pretty hot one, and this SPAC merges this week actually. They're into LiDAR. So there's a rumor floating around that this was kind of on the Apple car, or that they saw this. It was either on the Apple car or on like a Tesla car, these Indie Semiconductor stuff. But even they kind of gave us some early preview on their earnings. And if we go down here, merger partner Indie Semiconductor reports Q1 sales of 8.1 million, up 74% year over year. And as we can see down here, someone did a large block trade, which at $10, they're not trying to arbitrage. They're investing for the long term. So these two companies are very much on my radar, and they very much kind of forecast what we have coming in with these semiconductor companies. And that's another thing to note about SPACs. A lot of times when these big hedge fund SPAC people get into these companies, they're kind of forecasting for us what's happening.
Yep.
So that's something to just really note there.
And will you give us these tickers again, please?
THBR.
Okay, THBR.
And ACEV.
And again, let's back into the thesis here a little bit. But the general thesis is, if we work down the funnel, is you're bullish on the semi space as a whole. The reason why you like these two tickers are in particular is that they're post-announcement, pre-merger SPAC deals, and so you're basically getting in sort of at a ground floor, so to speak, or before it's widely out there to the public. Is that accurate?
Exactly, and even and we've talked about warrants on the show before, but that also is another reason why I'm into these guys, is because if you're trying to grow your account and maybe you don't have enough to buy a lot, $10 a share for all of these, then one thing you could do is purchase warrants. And these warrants are sitting at like $2 a share. Yep. And if we have like a comparison point, if we look at MP Materials for the longest point, and MP Materials is another EV kind of play because we need the materials like the copper, the gold, and all that, and the silver to go into all these EV vehicles. They need these because they're good conductors of energy and whatnot. But let's see, trying to find their warrants. Come on. Okay, let's go stock. Maybe that'll. Okay, apparently I'm not going to be able to find their warrants. Maybe they called them in. I don't know. But their warrants were a pretty good case study because you could just follow it and see how no one was really caring about their warrants. And then they did. So let's see. Maybe Open Door will be a decent one we can follow.
Yep.
Okay, here we go. Open Door warrants. So if we go out like a day, let's kill the RSI and all of that. We don't need that now. We don't need the SMA right now. Okay, so, and this even doesn't go back far enough. But if we go back to here, okay, right? 290 something a share. All the way to, at one point, like $22 a share, right? Insane ROI and it's basically mirroring the shares themselves.
Yep, which makes sense.
So if you don't have enough money to invest in the shares themselves, I would suggest warrants when it comes to SPACs, and only certain companies will do that. Like TD Ameritrade, it has to be like a big broker. It can't be like a Robinhood or a Webull. They don't do that.
And again, with me being the slowdown guy, just a little bit of context on warrants. If you want to know how to think about it, you're not actually buying the stock. You're buying the right to buy the stock.
Yes.
Right. So if the stock is $10, you could go spend $10 and buy a share. There might be a warrant that lets you have the right to buy the stock within the next 2 years for $12 a share. Because the stock isn't there yet, you might spend $2 on that warrant. So you're buying the right to buy the stock at $12, right? You spent $2 on the warrant, so now your effective price is really $14, and so you're outlaying less capital up front, but then your cost basis is obviously going higher. The one thing that I'll warn with these is that for the sake of like capital preservation or return, they are going to be riskier, right? Just because you can get more return on your dollars invested, it's easier to lose money. I own a ton of these Chamath SPAC warrants that I bought for $4. Now they're all trading at $2, right? So I'm down 50%. Whereas a lot of these Chamath SPACs, if I would have bought the underlying, maybe I would have spent $12 a share. Now they're at $9. I would be down 25%. So I'm down a greater percentage. I'm down less of a dollar. So that's the move there. And somebody in the chat said, I bet that sunburn is going to start to itch like any minute. It already is. I am in so much pain right now. My whole body hurts. Well, as soon as we're off of this stream, we're not going long today. I can't handle it. I got to go take a very cold shower.
Worries. But, one thing to note, you can redeem the warrants, but you gotta note that you're gonna pay $11.50 to redeem the warrant, and there's a certain amount of math that goes into, okay, are you making enough profit to redeem the warrant for the shares? That's why most people just sell the warrants themselves, and so that's that. Another company I wanted to look at is Ouster. They're a LiDAR company, and they also gave us some earnings. So this was a former SPAC. They gave us earnings here on May. So they were up to 35 negative after being $2.41 negative. And sales are 6.61 million, up from 2.30. So they basically tripled sales over the same time last year. And as a point of comparison, I have Luminar here, which is also a LiDAR company.
Yep.
If we look at Luminar's earnings, their last reported earnings, they reported 5.31. So Ouster is out earning them, but yet they're half the cost here. So that's something to note. So those in this last one, Amcor, I just like its steady growth here. It's another semiconductor company, but as you can see, steady growth every year or every quarter, and they've been trending. If we go out to the 3-month chart, so pretty high on these guys, and those basically are the 4 semiconductor companies that I'm pretty much high on. And since we have a little bit more time,
and I like these because these are some of the underground plays. And Ruel, just one more time.
Sure.
I know that you've already done it like 6 times. Will you just give us the tickers again? Always
Sure.
helpful to get the tickers.
MCOR, which is E is an elephant, MKR, ACE Convergence, ACE V, Thunderbridge, THBR, and then Ouster, which is OUST.
Okay, awesome. And Spencer Israel today was trying to tell me that once we get through the semiconductor shortage on new vehicles, it's going to tank my used vehicle thesis. I'm generally bullish on the used vehicle market as a whole. Spencer's saying, you know, once you get this through the semi issue, it's going to blow your thesis, Luke. So a little bit of me betting against you.
I don't know.
On the
I
inside.
don't know about that. Just thinking off the cuff, I've given it no thought other than what you just said. As an engineer, I'm thinking about all these different like things that need to be built up worldwide as far as like clean energy goes. So I would imagine that semiconductors are still going to be short. So how does that affect used cars?
Basically, he's saying that new car prices are going to go down and availability is going to go up. And once new cars are cheaper and more plentiful, it will decrease the demand and prices for used cars.
I doubt that because here's the thing. It's like, okay, if we're moving towards a more EV friendly environment, right now the cost of EV cars are they're higher than something that you would normally want to buy someone. Like if I'm buying, like let's say my daughter was of driving age, I'm not going to go buy her an EV car. I'm going to go buy her a used car. So I think the used car market, especially right now in this Rona environment,
yeah,
I think we got a good like year or two for used cars to kind of be in that deal. The only thing that might be able to compete there is what producer EB was saying about with leases. But I doubt it because people know people, and there's so many people that know people. I think used cars are going to be like pretty big for the next 2 years. Mm-hmm. Which I had to used cars. It's like you're reading my mind. Companies to go over. I like your parts play because when I look at their earnings,
90% year over year, 144 million.
Every quarter, just
up,
increasing revenue.
Up. Let's go.
So
that one's guys. That one is ticker PRTS.
So Superior Industries also a car parts play. They're kind of close to that, but they're just kind of just hanging in the same vein. But since they beat by like 19%, there's something that I wanted to monitor, as well as this UXIN. This is like a Chinese used car play. So their earnings are coming up. I mean, it's China. You just never know. But I'm thinking this shortage is kind of like worldwide. So I'm thinking about getting into these guys, and they've been trending recently. So I'm definitely trying to consider these guys, and let's see what the Benzinga says. An investment holding company along with its subsidiaries. The firm operates used car e-commerce platforms through mobile applications and websites, facilitates used car transaction services and financing solutions offered by third party, blah, 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 blah. So it's like I guess, Chinese, like cars.com or something like that. So yeah, and those would be my final two plays. And then let me know if there's something you guys want to see next week. Otherwise, I'll kind of just finish off those passive income guys. I only have like 2 more passive income crypto things to go over. And then, we'll see where we go from there. But if there's anything you guys want to hear about stock-wise, crypto-wise, please put it in the comments, and I'll check it out. Please come over to my channel. It's Ruell Black. You can just search my name. It's Black Ru Investing. We talk crypto and we talk stocks.
Can we talk about this that we've never talked about on this show?
What's that?
Can we talk about something we've never talked about on this show? And guys,
Sure.
I'm putting the links to the socials in the chat. I'm going to put Ruell's YouTube in there. I'm going to drop my Twitter in there. Where's the name Ruell come from?
Oh, wow. Okay.
See, we've never talked about it.
So my uncle, his name is Ruell with 1 L, and it's from the Bible, and so I'm told it means like servant of God, but my mother added an L, coincidentally, which is very close to Ruelle, Ruelle, which is French for like a street or something like that.
Okay.
And it's kind of funny because I once worked at a place where a guy, that was his last name, and he saw my name and he was like, "You're hired," because it was so similar. Yeah, so it comes from my uncle's name, but my mother chose to add an L, and yeah, that's where it comes from, and it's an obscure Bible name.
Okay. All right, I dig it. I don't think I know any other Ruels. Oh shit! So Daniel in the chat knew what it was. Adol Ruel, maybe, or he just made that up.
Let me see.
I don't know.
Where is it? I can't see it.
I put it on the screen.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I gotta go look that up. Is it
all right, so there's
title?
some research for you.
Yeah, for sure. And also, guys, Patreons get it first. So if you guys are interested in the Patreon thing, I have 4 tiers. There's the best tier is like, I guess, the 3rd tier, where I send out a weekly crypto list and a weekly stock list. But the ultimate list, I send out those, plus I send out daily crypto alerts and a little like DD. So,
Boom.
Ruel, are you going live on your channel after this? I should. I can't today, but I'll start doing that.
Why can't you? What do you have going on today?
I have to check out the family. They just road tripped to the second oldest son's high school graduation.
Okay.
So
awesome.
They haven't seen me in like at least like 5 to 6 days. And I was just up here Netflix and chilling by myself. Like I was trying to actually figure out how to do Fala mining.
Okay, nice.
It kind of worked out for me. I still got some more debugging to do on that. But once I figure it out, maybe I can kind of show you guys how to do it. But yeah, so I just spent the week like doing stock and crypto stuff.
Awesome.
But yeah, I got to see them because I haven't seen them in like 5 or 6 days, and I don't
Absolutely.
I think that's
Family
been,
comes first, in my
yeah,
opinion.
for sure. But you know what? Mark, I'm gonna start doing that. I'm gonna start going live after this show, at least for like 30 minutes or so, just to see, if there are any questions. And I'm trying to get monetized on YouTube, so that's just gonna help with the watch hours anyway. So
Wait, can I come after? I mean, what the hell? I just get cut out? Okay.
I know you got the girlfriend, like, and
I know.
You know what? I'm
That's
gonna
why we
have
have
to
to cut it short.
Huh?
That's why I have to cut it short. Today was her last. She's a teacher. Today was her last day of school with kids. So I'm on duty. After we log off today, I'm gonna go get her some tropical smoothie cafe, bring it home. That's just what I'm doing.
There you go. All
Yeah,
right.
producer AB is just sitting outside there.
Yeah, so it just rained a little bit, but now it's a pretty night outside.
Nice.
Are you in Detroit, AB?
Yeah, I'm still in Detroit, Ruel.
Nice.
I'm making moves now.
I see you out there looking like a young what's his name? The guy from 21 Jump Street, not Johnny Depp. The other guy?
Oh, the Franco?
I think
or
so.
Channing Tatum?
No. Like the old 21 Jump Street. Let's
We didn't watch that. We didn't watch any of that.
Wait, there's an old 21
like
Jump Street?
Yeah, it's a remake. I never watched it.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, let's share the screen. Oh God, these are drug images of him. Okay, you're like the young one without drugs. Okay, here we go.
Yep,
Oh,
for
man.
sure.
This guy.
Absolutely.
I don't know.
No, he's spot on. Johnny Depp,
But
Howard.
as you can see, this is not Johnny Depp. This is another guy. He was on 21 Jump Street too.
And Ruel, here's a good final question out of the chat to finish on. You ready?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right, Daniel got it. He knew it before we did. All right.
Yeah,
I'm just
buddy.
shocked that 21 Jump Street. I just never knew it was a remake of an old movie. I thought it was like a original movie.
Oh yeah,
we're gonna start calling you Young AB.
Awesome.
Making me and Ruel feel old.
Everybody, yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
How old are you, producer AB?
I just turned 24.
All right.
24.
I'm not that much younger than you. You just turned what? 27?
28 yesterday.
Please don't guess my age. Everybody's gonna be
I'm
like
about to be
wrong.
30. Don't worry, we're not asking. You can grow a beard. You can grow a beard unlike AB and I, so that you're an adult. But all right, last question, Ruel. This one's going to you. Most money you've made from a single crypto trade? Either like what the trade was, the money made was, whatever you want to share.
I don't know. So I don't really do the day trading type deal. I really like to kind of just swing
or a
trade.
Swing trade, yeah, whatever. You just give us the big one.
I was in Cardano at like 24 cents, and I rode it up to where it is.
Okay.
Have you trimmed that position at all, or?
Oh yeah, I trimmed it a few times.
Okay.
But I guess my biggest stock one would be Hyliion. I just didn't cash in on it because I just let the internet lead me, and they led me to ruin.
All right, so your Cardano, so you took 24 cents. Price right now for reference, $1.57. Pretty damn good, 600% right there. I dig it. And Howard in the chat is saying he just took delivery of a Dogecoin miner, and that we should pray for him. We got you. Don't worry, Howard, we got you. Cool. All right, I'm about to go get that tropical smoothie cafe. Ruel's about to go see his family. And then let's rip it. And Mark is giving you some credit. You did notify your followers on that ADA move 100%. You were way early on ADA. Way early on ADA.
Yes, I did. That's right. I let people know on Twitter for sure.
Well,
Thank
don't
you
worry.
for
We all know.
that out, Mark. I appreciate that, man. I really appreciate that.
All right, I got to show.
All right. Peace, guys. Happy trading, everyone.
Peace.